Welcome to the channel, Kings and Queens, where today we're going to be talking about the epidemic that is spreading across our country. It's the craze that has consumed the youth, the malignant obsession that has taken over multiple generations. Everybody wants their 5 minutes of fame, and for a lot of young people, nothing is off limits if their quest is to achieve this goal. Even a lot of God's children have been captured by this latest iteration of the devil's cunning. They find themselves trapped by the twisted allure of these empty, narcissistic social media popularity contests. And the real question is, how do we even get here? Just one popular video, just one viral moment. Some viral moments are innocent enough, like the Corn Kid video that took the world by storm last year, while others are more on the vain side, like the red boots craze that everybody was obsessed with at the start of the year. There are the innocent, funny videos that you'll keep scrolling through for hours. And then there are other more disturbing trends like the TikTok Benadryl challenge that got at least one teenager killed last year. TikTok is a major part of the problem that we're going to discuss more in depth later in parts of this video. You might even be fooled into thinking that the only issue is the types of content that people are consuming. While that is a larger part of the symptom, there is an overall insidiousness to social media content that even the more harmless videos contribute to. We're already more connected to them than we've ever been at any point in human history in the early days of the internet, even more so now at the age of social media. This has helped to break down a lot of walls and made reaching out to people a lot easier. It's made it possible for talents to showcase themselves and get organic fan bases right from their living rooms. One of the 21st century's biggest stars, Justin Bieber, only came into the limelight after getting discovered on social media. So many YouTubers and TikTokers are mainstream stars now, and that's thanks to countless brand deals, endorsements, and creator partnership programs. A lot of those that otherwise would just be regular people can now afford a celebrity. Fame in and of itself is enticing enough, but the hyper-online world we live in has social media fame ridiculously lucrative. I mean, seriously, why wouldn't today's youth want to go viral? It's because they keep seeing all the flashy cars, the juicy brand deals, and adoring fans, all from a few hours of streaming a couple of clips uploaded onto TikTok. They see people who were once just like them being overnight superstars. And the idea that anybody can become famous nowadays, however true that may be, has become prevalent, and we're only just beginning to see the fruits of that. A recent survey in the US found that 54% of 13 to 38-year-olds want to become social media influencers, and a UK study found that YouTuber is the career of choice for 30% of today's youth. Social media star has now become the fourth most popular career option for kids, according to CBS News. Quote, "Vanity of vanities, says the preacher, all is vanity." Ecclesiastes 12:8. Fame is fickle. For most people get to achieve fame, it's short-lived. The modern attention comedy is more fast-paced and competitive than ever before, so there's a million other people lined up fighting to get a taste of the limelight, only to fade away just as quickly as they came. What makes it worse is the fame is very addictive. Most of the people end up stuck in a rat race trying to recapture that spark that gave them their 5 minutes, some barely even worse, who don't even know when to call it quits. It's also important to note that people don't often go viral for the best reasons. Internet fame is very unpredictable, and often that comes when it's least expected. So it just might be that in the long run, that carefully crafted and well-edited post that you made will ever go viral. It could be one of the most embarrassing moments of your life ever caught on camera, a tweet that was never meant to leave your circle, a past indecision that you've maybe outgrown. You could have simply just made an innocent post and fallen victim to cancel culture. The effect is the same. You're now the subject of internet infamy. Rebecca Black was just being an awkward and quirky 13-year-old girl having fun whenever she made the now infamous Friday music video that would bring nearly a decade of harassment and trauma her way. A Twitter user's administration at Harvard got rescinded recently because of some Beyoncé fans couldn't handle the fact that he just didn't like their favorite artist. Instead of brand deals and adopting fans, you end up with levels of harassment that are well beyond description, death threats, people calling for you to lose your job, and pressuring your dream school to cancel your submission. The list just goes on and on. Mob mentality is prevalent on social media after all. Even the people who rose to fame for positive reasons usually end up being torn down with just as much ferocity and speed as they did when they were raised up. It's the nature of man from this fallen world, which is why you should only put your trust in God. Because it's a lot easier to court negative attention than positive attention online. That's just the way people are. A lot of folks intentionally go out of their way to court infamy instead. They will abandon all sense of morality and basic decency just to satisfy their craving for the spotlight. Nothing is literally off the table for them. Anyone who can remember Logan Paul's infamous video where he ended up filming in Japan's Suicide Forest would know that. Just recently, a YouTuber was arrested for a music video that he made detailing how to commit credit card fraud. Another YouTuber got shot after a prank video that he was filming went wrong. Thank goodness he survived, but imagine almost getting yourself killed for just 5 minutes of fame. Many YouTubers have faked their deaths, kidnappings, or even the death of loved ones for attention, and even countless parents have permanently traumatized and abused their children for views. Lil Tay is a perfect example of this. The quote-unquote world's youngest flexer, as she would call herself, would combine the effect of a drug-added SoundCloud rapper with outrageous stunts where she would just flash huge wads of cash in front of the screen and brag about all the expensive stuff she owned. After her disappearance from the internet, it would be revealed that it was, in fact, the mother and the teenage brother of the 10-year-old girl who had pushed her into making this content. They would spend hours coaching her and often turned verbally abusive whenever she showed any discomfort with the disgusting things that they would tell her to do. Children are the inheritance of the Lord, and it's only right that we let them be kids instead of damaging them during their precious formative years of internet clout. You don't even have to look any farther than what is called family vlogging or family content in general that is a literal testament to this degeneracy. TikTok's short-form content has steadily been poisoning the youth and the culture since it achieved mass adaptation in 2017. Nowadays, it's only reaching new lows. TikTok is the home of the debased and the ungodly, with the platform either leading the youth astray or putting their lives at risk at any point in time with its demonic challenges. Everybody remembers the Tide Pod challenge back in the 2010s, where children were in a bid for recognition posting videos of themselves consuming detergent. Similar to the Benadryl challenge that we discussed earlier, there was the NyQuil chicken challenge, where teens were encouraged to boil chicken with cold medicine NyQuil and then eat it, the equivalent of slowly poisoning themselves. There was even a DIY vampire fang trend that either resulted in participants being unable to remove their fake teeth that got glued in afterwards, or even worse, some daring ones actually filing their teeth down into fangs and permanently ruining their dentation. And before you think that TikTok was lacking in the sexual depravity department, I give you the Busset Challenge, and one of the app's most disturbing so far, the Silhouette Challenge, where mostly women and some men basically just make nude videos of themselves and upload it to the internet for clicks. TikTok, there is something deeply satanic about its app. The trappings of fame can destroy the object of fame, even in cases where they achieve it. Think about the many young stars that we've lost to drug overdoses because they resorted to narcotics so as to cope with the lifestyle that was thrust upon them. Justin Bieber was one of the lucky ones that found Christ and had escaped before that life consumed him. The validation from yes men and adoring fans often leads these internet stars to believe that they can do no wrong, selling themselves and going for the downfall in the end. It's a pattern that will keep repeating itself. If you think internet virality will give you that validation you've been looking for, I've got some bad news for you. It won't. He who loves money will not be satisfied with money, and nor he who loves abundance with income. This too is vanity, says Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 10. Brothers and sisters, I can assure you that only Jesus Christ can truly satisfy these yearnings and fill the emptiness and void. Look to him. And with that, we've come to the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and hope that you have a blessed day.